Some Colorado courts are coming under fire for an unconstitutional practice. The ACLU of Colorado says 3 cities in the state are jailing people who can't pay their fines for minor violations. The city of Westminster, for example, has a law that says an unpaid fine, regardless of how much, can carry a 10-day jail sentence. In a letter to the Westminster Municipal Court, the ACLU wrote, quote, "Incarceration under these circumstances returns Colorado to the days of debtors' prisons, which were long ago abolished in this country. WMC's practice of jailing poor people for debt not only violates the federal and state constitutions, but also serves to entrench poverty, generates additional costs to the court and jail systems, and is ultimately counterproductive to the governmental interest in collecting fines to compensate victims and defray costs." The letter was also sent to courts in Wheat Ridge and North Glen. Sabrina, this astounds me. I thought we did away with locking people up for unpaid debts decades or centuries ago. Surely this is not constitutional.
No, I think it would be challenged, and it'll be interesting to see to what extent they're able to actually go about doing this, because Colorado strikes me as a particularly interesting state. There's a great power struggle over there between sort of liberalism and conservatism, and you've seen that state walk a fine line on a number of issues, and I think that this is, to many, is conflicting because, as you mentioned, the practice of jailing people for unpaid debt is extremely outdated and overlooking, as the ACLU points out, people who live in poverty and individual circumstances. While no one is saying that people should be exempt from having to pay off a debt or pay their fines, you need to, of course, examine someone's personal situation, their household, whether it's a single mom of 3 children who might need more time. Does it make any sense to jail her?
Well, some people are saying that, actually. There are some people who I've interviewed who believe in debt relief as a policy, as a strategic policy sometimes, of actually just wiping away people's debt. I mean, that's a whole other question. But it's not even a criminal offence not to pay a debt. It's just a debt is just an agreement with someone else who has agreed to lend you money. It's not like, it amazes me that jails even come into it. But hey, let's just hope it's overturned.